Test right now. Bring it down. Just kidding. Bring it down, people. What if people are active? What a turnout. Congratulations, CD4. I'm actually in CD2, but I'm going to come over having fun over here. This is big. Rick Aguilar with the Hispanic Republican Assembly of Minnesota. And one thing we have to do as we enter the post-pandemic era is, the metro area has changed significantly, folks. St. Paul is 50% multicultural, 50%. CD4 is an important part of us winning statewide, but let me tell you one thing. It's not going to happen by accident. Here's what I'm going to tell you. As I listen to our presenters and I listen to our candidates, I'm wondering if we learned a lesson. Jeff Johnson got more votes of any Republican candidate for governor ever in the history of Minnesota, but he got his ass kicked in the metro area. Why? Jeff didn't talk to Latinos. Jeff didn't talk to Asians. Jeff didn't talk to Africans and African Americans. Not a word. Not a word, folks. And here's, I want to tell you, let's not be afraid as a candidate for the Republican Party.
That's right.
Let's not be afraid to say, I'm going to reach out to Latino voters. Let's not be afraid. Let's not be afraid. Let's not be afraid to say, I'm going to reach out to our Asian American voters. Let's not be afraid to say we're going to reach out to African American and African voters. You know why? They're part of Minnesota now, folks. They're here to stay. They're not going away. And one thing we know, they're the swing vote now. We got a chance with these people. We do. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I've been listening to our candidates today. Nobody wants to mention it. And let's learn a lesson from the great President Trump. Every speech he gave, he could be in Florida, he could be in Korea, he was in Paris, he was around the world. Every speech, he would say this: we've got more Asians, Latinos, and blacks working than any time in the history of this country. Every speech, and he was adamant. No. He was adamant. His handlers would say, whoa, we've said that already. We're going to keep on saying it because out there, these thousands and thousands of Latinos are listening to me, and they hear every speech. I'm talking about them. He didn't use 20 minutes of his speech. He didn't use an hour. He used that little speech. I've got more Latinos, Asians, and African Americans working than any time in the history. They're good people. And it worked in there, folks. He got a great majority. He got African American votes and none other. No other president. Asian, 35% of the Latino vote. And we're going to win. And I'm going to be out there campaigning. Our Hispanic Republican Assembly is going to work. We never worked before. We're going to have our candidates learn one thing. Do not be afraid to be up here on the podium and say, I'm reaching out to Latinos. I'm reaching out to blacks. It's not pandering, folks. We're not pandering. We want their vote. But if we don't mention their name, don't look for that vote. It's not going to happen. Thank you.